This is part 7 of Overcoming the Religious Spirit by Rick Joyner of Morning Star Ministries. Continuing from the subject where it says the religious spirit and murder, and continuation from part 6. Cain also tried to make an offering to the Lord from his own labors. God rejected that sacrifice, but accepted Abel's sacrifice of the blood. The fruit of our labors will never be an acceptable offering to the Lord. This was a statement from the beginning that God would only accept the blood of the Lamb. Instead of receiving this correction and repenting, Cain became jealous of his brother, and he slew him. He killed him. Those who attempt to live by their own works will often become enraged at those who take their stand on the righteousness of the Lamb. That is why Saul of Tarsus, the Pharisee of Pharisees, was so enraged against Christians. They represented the greatest threat to what the Pharisees had built their whole lives on. Their very existence cannot be endured. Religions that are based on works will become violent very easily. This includes Christian sects, sects, where a doctrine of works has supplanted the cross of Christ. The Lord said that if a man just hates his brother, he is guilty of murder. Those who are driven by religious spirits may try to destroy by other means than physically taking lives. Many of the onslaughts of slander instigated against churches and ministries are the ragings of the same religious spirit that caused Cain to slay his brother. The test of a true messenger. In Ezekiel chapter 37, the prophet was taken to a valley full of dry bones and asked if they could live. The Lord then commanded him to prophesy to the bones. As he prophesied, they came together, came to life, and then became a great army. This is the test which every true ministry must pass. The true prophet can see a great army in even the driest of bones. He will prophesy life to those bones until they come to life, and then become an army. A false prophet with a religious spirit will do little more than just tell the bones how dry they are. Hey, kitty. Let me read that again. A false prophet with a religious spirit will do little more than just tell the bones how dry they are, heaping discouragement and condemnation on them, but giving no life or power to overcome their circumstances. Apostles and prophets are given authority to build up and tear down, but we have no right to tear down if we have not first built up. We should give no one the authority to bring correction to the people under our care unless they have a history of feeding them and building them up. Some may say that eliminates the ministry. Hold on for a minute, I see. Sorry, that was a destructive bug. Anyways, some may say that eliminates the ministry of the prophets, but I say that those are prophets I would like to eliminate from ministry. As Jude said of them, these are grumblers finding fault, who are hidden reefs in your love feasts. It said in Jude there's no given chapter. It's just Jude 11 through 16 scriptures. Even so, as Eli gave us an example, woe to the shepherds who feed and care for the sheep, but fail to correct them. The true grace of God is found between the extremes of unrighteous fault-finding and unsanctified mercy, showing mercy towards the things that God disapproves of. Either extreme can be the result of a religious spirit. And that concludes part 7 of Overcoming the Religious Spirit by Rick Joyner of Morningstar Ministries. We're going to go into another part of the book, which the title of it, in part 8, going into the next portion of the book, which is titled, the subject titled, Masks of the Religious Spirit. And I apologize for that little thing right there. I just saw a bug crawling around on my desk. I had to smash it. I don't know exactly how to edit videos on YouTube. I did before, but YouTube has actually made it a little bit more complicated. But I shall acquire the knowledge there someday. Alright, see you in part 8.